Hello and welcome to the Daily Gas for October 31st, 2025, called Halloween Pom Poen by Philip Newman. Normal Stoker rules apply. Dutch whispers, digits and cells directly connected by a line, must differ by at least 4. So what exactly does that mean? Well, similar to German whispers, where we differ by at least 5, um, what we'll see almost always is that when we have a low digit like 1, 2, 3, or 4, to differ it by at least 4, like 4, for example, which in a German whisper could only be next to 9, can be next to 8 and 9 here. 6 is one of those high digits, 6 to 9, and it'll differ down to either 2 or 1. Obviously, if we had a digit like 9, 9 could have any of 1 through 5 next to it, and that's the key difference, right? We're allowed to have 5 along the line, but 5 is special on these Dutch whispers because it can have 1 or 9. It's kind of the bridge between the lows and the highs. Hopefully that made sense. Those are the rules. Let's jump right into it. All right, so I guess, yeah, the easiest place to start is probably here because we know this needs to differ, and this is either going to be 8 or 9. With the 5 here, which has to have 1 or 9 next to it, it's just going to place 9. This will be from the set 3, 2, or 1. So will this 3, 2, or 1. And the fact that this has to be from the set 3, 2, or 1 means this has to differ up, right? This cannot be a 1 because if this was 1, this would need to be a high digit, and there isn't a high digit that isn't 5, I guess. Well, 5 again is that bridge. That would bring us to 9. So knowing that this is low means this has to be high, which means it's 9 again. That doesn't mean this is 8 because this has to be 8 or 9. Again, 1, 2, or 3 are all valid, and then this has to be from the set of high digits, and it has to be 7. The only option here is 7. So you see, in most cases, we can kind of do some low-high shenanigans, but it's not always consistent. Like here, we know this is going to be high. This is going to be low. This is going to be high. So this is going to be 6 and 8. But then, yeah, the question is like with 7, for example. Oh, no, but 7 can have, of course, 7 can have 3 or 2 next to it. 6 is the problem, isn't it? 6, no, but no, never mind. 6 could have 1 or 2. So actually, maybe we're not as limited as I had hoped. All right, with 1, 2, 3 here. Knowing 3 has to go here just by that 3 in the corner. Can we do better? We know that this will be 1 or 2, but either one can go next to 6. 6, 8. And even if this was 6, you could have 2 here again. And actually, that's interesting. 6 has to have 1 or 2 next to it, so this actually just does have to be 2. How does that help? I guess I'm noticing something here. 3, 8, and 6, 7. This will be a 6, 7 pair, which we can't resolve, but we can actually resolve the 8, 3 pair. Don't know why that's what I was looking at, but there we go. This has to be high. It can't be 5, 6, 7, or 8, so it has to be 9. We don't know what's happening here, right? Because this is 5, this could be 1, or this could be 9, and I don't really see a reason to restrict it one way or another quite yet. Like 9, even 9, 1 could work here. So we have those options. 5, 4. Not immediately seeing it here. I guess maybe we look at this, so we know this has to be low, right? So if this is low, Could be 4, right, with 8, 9. But no, it definitely has to be low though, right? Trying to see how that helps us. Could this be 5? I don't see why not. Philip, what are you doing for us here on this Halloween? I've seen the 1 here, but not seeing how we flow from there. Is there really no way to resolve 6, 8? Maybe I can use the 6? No, we already know this is 6, 7. 6, 7. And then 2, 4, 9. I guess 2. And there we go. And that's what we were missing. Where does 2 go? 2 goes in one of these two cells. So we know this has to be 2, 3, which means this is 1. 1 does give us 1 here. The 4, 5 places 4 here, which I guess we did know because of the 2, 3, right? And then 6, 7, 2, 9. Three next to 9 could work. This could just be 3 itself, though. 7, 8, 9 available here. This has to be low, though, right? This is low, this is low. Can't be 2, 1, 3, or 4. Could even be just 3, 4 with an 8, 9 pair. That's valid. Unless I've missed something here with this, knowing if this is low or high. I guess it can't be low because it sees 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I should have done the same logic here. So it has to be high, which means it's from the set 6 or 7, which means these are our lows, and this is another high. So this is a 6, 7 pair. And if that's the case, this has to be low. And the only way for this to be low is if this is high, and this has to be 9 then. Okay. Okay. 9 gives us 9 here, 2 here. Then, right, 6, 7. And this is a 1, 3, 4. I can't actually do better. Oh no, of course I can do better than that. 1, 3, 4, 3, 4. This has to be 1. Hello. Also, I guess we knew that 1 had to go between these two cells, and there's no way we can have 2 lows next to each other. So that should have been evident to me. 3, 4. Again, 4 forces. 8, 9. Only option. 3, 4 not resolvable yet, at least not from what I can tell. And then from there, 6, 7. 7 means that we're looking at this at 3, 2, 1, right? 3, 2, 1. Obviously, it can't be a 3, 2 pair because then that would break this. So 1 is definitely always involved. So 1 with 2, 1 with 3. I guess this has to be some sort of high digit. And this would have to be a low, which means it would have to be 2. This would be a high. And this would have to be a low. So we have low, 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 low. And yeah, so where does it go? It has to be 4, 3 here, if those are our low digits. It can't be 1, which means this can't be 5, which means this is high, which means it's from the set 6 or 7, which means This is a low. And since 7 is our limit, it would have to be 1 because it can't be 4. And this is looking like a very nice place for 5 to go because it can't be 1. And 1 has to go between these two cells. So it does, in fact, have to be 1. Only way to connect 9 to 1, actually, I don't know why I even second guessed myself or even asked the question. It obviously has to be 5 because that's the only way to link 1 and 9. Then 6, 7 pair, 6, 7, 8. I have to be able to do better than that. This has to be 2, right? This has to be 2, which means this is 1, which means this is 3. 2 gives us 3. 8. 8 gives us that 6, 8 we were looking at earlier. 4, 5 is resolved here. Again, this is 6 or 7. It can't be 6 because it's next to 3, so it has to be 7. Next to 3, it has to be at least 7, which means it's 8 or 9. In this case, it has to be 9 because it already sees 8. And yeah, we're coming together quite nicely here. This is 6, 7, 6. We'll have 7, 8. Either one works there, but we know that this is going to be 2 and this is going to be 4. And we're almost done here. This is going to be 8, right? Because it has to be a high digit. This needs to be a low digit. We only have, what, 1 and 3 left? And actually, either one works here. Oh no, but the one in the corner that we start with does give us the 1, 3 ordering there. 3 then is left with the next one. So something else has got to give here because we're running out of, actually we are kind of out of pumpkin here because no matter how we place these other digits, this pumpkin will resolve nicely. So what is the sitch? What's the deal? We need 6, 7, and 8. This can't be 7 or 8, so this is 6. 6 gives us 7. That gives us 8, gives us 7. And hopefully that's enough to get us through to the end here, because we need 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4 gives us 5. We get a 3 here and a 4 around, and 3. I was gonna say there's no way. There's no way we've ended up with a deadly pattern. The 3 is going to do it first. So we need to look for where the 3 resolves. 3 resolves here and gives us what? 8. Now 8 will look across and that'll resolve, and that'll give us 4. Now 4 will look across and that'll resolve, and that'll give us 2. 2 will then look across, resolve, give us 7. 7 will look across, give us 5. 5, 6, and 6, and we are done in 12 minutes and 22 seconds with Halloween Pom Poem by Philip Newman. With that, hopefully you enjoyed. There is a bonus Halloween Sudoku that our friend Thomas Snyder, Dr. Sudoku, has also set for us today. So I won't be solving that in this video, but maybe I'll record something a little bit later for his bonus puzzle. But I will, however, have the link down below to that. So obviously enjoy Philip's puzzle and also take a look at Thomas Snyder's puzzle. We haven't done anything from him before, so it could be fun to have something like that officially on the channel, though it's just a 6x6, a little bit of a, I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more of a snack of a puzzle, but you never know with him. So like I said, hopefully you enjoyed. If you celebrated, happy Halloween, and thank you for watching.